after Israeli fighter jets pounded targets in Tehran, dramatically escalating the already explosive war in the Middle East. A fresh wave of missiles toward Israel, lighting up the skies and triggering air raid sirens across multiple. Major Israeli air assault involving dozens of fighter jets targeting military sites. The Israeli Defense Forces said it detected a new ballistic missile. Intercepted Iranian ballistic missile landed in Tokarm in the West Bank. On March 8th, Israeli forces bombed oil storage facilities in Tehran. Military struck Amirabad airport in Tehran. Israel alleging an Israeli strike in the Iranian capital, according to Fars news agency. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the U.S.-Israeli bombing campaign in Iran.
We have with us Dr. Abir Ganguly, the directorial head of the free energy space at Tandem AI in New York. His unique analytical perspective will help us understand the complex global developments. Today we'll be talking to him about the current war and its implications. So without wasting any further time, I'll dive into the question. So do you think the Gulf War will lead to the reshuffling of the major power?
Well, conflicts in strategically important regions like the Gulf can influence global dynamics for sure, particularly in areas such as energy markets, security alliances, and diplomatic relationships. While a single conflict rarely reshapes the global power hierarchy on its own, it can accelerate existing trends, though, such as shifts in alliances or the growing roles of emerging powers. The overall impact will likely depend on how the conflict evolves and how major countries respond over time.
Moving ahead, we are also joined by the former IAS officer Debashish Sen and currently the director of NBC Limited. With decades of experience in governance and administration, he brings valuable insights to the contemporary global and economic issues. Moving to our very second question. Sir, do you think the situation is a moment for the international community to become cautious of America's strategic and assertive decisions?
Absolutely. I absolutely think that this is the time to react after what Trump has done in Venezuela, starting with the abduction of the Venezuelan president. I mean, you are arresting a heads of government and you are killing. You are going to a sovereign country and killing the president. I mean, he may be good or bad, I am not arguing that. But it's a different country. Where is diplomacy? Where are other things? We must resist. The international community must come out. Spain has shown the way. And let us all boycott America. Let's see how far they can go. It's a time to boycott US.
So next we are joined by Mr. Dhanpat Jain, Global Head at Redington Limited, where he leads the leadership and development functions globally, and he is also actively associated with the leadership and development initiatives and is GTML certified by TMI. So thank you so much for joining with us, sir. So the first question is that with the ongoing war, where do you think India stands in this conflict?
Thanks. Where does India stand in this conflict? I think India is taking a balanced and cautious position in the Israel-Iran conflict, right? Because India has strong relationship with both the countries, strategic relationship, right? But in different ways. Israel is an important partner for India in defense, technology, and intelligence cooperation. At the same time, Iran is crucial for India's energy security and connectivity to Central Asia, especially through projects like the Chahabar port. Because of these interests, India's approach has been to avoid taking sides publicly, I think. Yeah, and instead call for de-escalation, dialogue, and stability in the region. India traditionally supports peaceful resolution of conflicts and respects sovereignty, right? While also ensuring that its national interests and relationship with both the countries remain intact. I think that's what India's stand is.
Okay, sir. So moving ahead with the second question, how might it affect the Indian economy?
The biggest impact on India would likely come through oil prices and trade disruptions. India imports a large portion of its crude oil from Middle East, right? So if tensions escalate and it will affect the shipping routes like the Strait of Hormuz, right? Global oil prices could rise. Higher oil prices can increase inflation, fuel costs, and transportation expenses within India also. Yeah, there could also be indirect effects on the stock markets, on shipping costs, and global trade investments. However, India has luckily diversified its energy sources and built strategic reserves over the years. So while there may not be long-term effects, but short-term economic pressure might be there on the economy, but yeah, because India, I think, is economically or generally resilient enough to manage such geopolitical risks. That's my stand. Yeah.
We are now joined by Anentjay, international election analyst with over 2 years of experience. He is known for his insights on geopolitical developments and their economic implications. Sir, thank you so much for joining us. Let me ask you the question. What, according to you, are the long term implications of this current Gulf War? In particularly, will it give US more strength on their habit of acting alone? Will it make Russia more bold, like conflicts with Ukraine? Or will it make China rethink their terms and their own involvement in the Middle Eastern conflicts due to their own danger with their energy supplies and their investments?
Thank you. Great question. First of all, the world might see energy pricing shocks all around the world. Secondly, for the world that is still recovering from the COVID era, we can see another potential global economic slowdown. And thirdly, the Arab states might reconsider and have a major reassessment of their security layout. As for the US has still proved once again that it believes in the power-based world order rather than the rule-based world order, signifying its unipolar hegemony, downplaying the voices of a rather multipolar world. As far as Russia is concerned, it might see it as a window to exert more pressure on the Ukraine and might launch new fresh attacks on the Ukraine to occupy new territories and bring Ukraine to the table on its own terms. As far as China is concerned, projects like BRI and CPEC have proved times and again that China takes its energy security needs strictly, and due to this conflict, and China might diversify its energy needs and may rely more on Russia for its oil and gas supplies.